guys, welcome back to Soul Restoration. It's me, your girl Dana, back at it again with another great episode for you guys. Last week we kicked off our series with phase 1, which was holding ourselves accountable and taking a more active role in our lives. This week we'll jump right into phase 2, which is going to be prioritizing. What exactly do I mean by prioritizing, you may ask? Well, good thing for you, I always have answers. So by prioritizing, I mean we're going to start putting ourselves at number 1. And I know that sounds rude. Now, I know it sounds simple enough, but as a lot of us can probably attest to, putting yourself at number 1 priority in your life is a lot harder. A lot of us have a lot of responsibilities outside of ourselves, whether it be work, school, family, if you're a parent. Putting yourself at number 1 can be difficult. It can be very hard because you feel like you owe your other responsibilities, all of it, right? You have to give these things everything you have, which is true to some aspect, but shouldn't you give yourself the most of you? You know, work shouldn't be more important than you. School shouldn't be more important than you. And family, they love you, they support you, they're there for you, friends as well. But none of these things should be more important than you. So prioritizing, you have to put yourself above everything else. And that can be selfish to some, that can be hard to do, especially in a life where you have been used to sacrificing your happiness for others. But on your road to evolving and healing, you'll realize that you're number 1 and you have to keep that. And the way to make the rest of the world see that you're number 1 is you have to put yourself like that. So what did prioritizing myself look like? It was journaling a lot for me. So I'm a writer. I like to write poetry and short stories, but I had to step away from that for a long time, and which was weird because I didn't know how much I rooted myself into that, how much that helps define me, how much it helped me deal with what was going on. And then when I stopped doing it and I had to deal with everything else like face on and not through this creative outlet, it was hard. I didn't really know what to do, but through writing, just plain writing, journaling. So it started out real simple, like today I did this, just about my general day-to-day. But after a point, it became more deep and more meaningful. I kept like writing stuff and I kept seeing a theme. So I would reread what I write, writer. I would reread what I write just to make sure for whatever reason. And I kept seeing like a thread of me feeling sad and lonely, sad and lonely, sad and lonely. And that helped, so that was my big thing. That was kind of so healing from that. And I realized, so then I started writing about that. And that was my journaling. Each day I would go in and I would write something about it. I would write how I was feeling about it, and then I would think about ways to not feel like that, like I said. Another big thing for me was meditation. There's no way that I would probably be here in front of you guys being able to do this if it wasn't for my meditation. Now, I'm no expert at meditation, and I had tried it previously, like years ago, and it never stuck. It didn't stick. I couldn't sit there for so long and not say anything or not think anything or however I felt like meditation was supposed to be, because I was like, no, 2 minutes and I was like getting restless. Like, all right, I gotta get up, I gotta stretch, I think I left the iron on, like anything to not do it. And now making myself do this now, so I meditate every day, 5 to 10 minutes. I'm trying to boost that to like 10 to 15 minutes, but still finding it after about 8 minutes, I get real antsy and my legs start feeling numb, and then my mind starts to wander. So when my mind starts to wander, it's usually like, okay, time for me to get up. It's not benefiting me anymore. But what I have taken from my meditation, it's definitely giving me like more awareness of who I am for some reason. And I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how the two are linked directly. I just know that once I started getting into meditation and once I had been doing it for 2-3 months, something shifted, something changed. I became more confident in how I did things. I became more assured of myself, And so part of my meditation monologue was telling myself stuff. So I did like 3 things that I like about myself. I said 3, but I put up 4 fingers. 3 things that I liked about myself, 3 things that I need to work on. And then I always end it with, I am human, I deserve love, and I deserve forgiveness. And once I started telling myself that, you know, you start believing these things. So that was me. So once I started doing that, I just kind of realized, you know, and now in my day-to-day decisions and anything, you know, like if I don't want to do something, I'm not doing it. Before I would, well, you know, they want me to do it, or no. Right now it's no, I don't want it, not for me. And like I said, I've been meditating for a couple months now, so it didn't start off like that, but you know, we are in this for the long haul. All right, so how have I personally benefited, or what did I do for with prioritizing myself? I journaled. So I started keeping journals. So I'm not good with it yet. I don't do every day, but definitely a couple times a week I'm in there writing down what I've been through that week or that day. How is everything going? How am I feeling? So I always kind of start my journals like that. You know, today I felt blah, and this is why I felt that way. You know, again, building my self-awareness through it, making myself more accountable through it also. And then by writing about this, I feel like it kind of makes me know more about me. It gets me in touch with me. Meditation has helped me a lot. Again, just sitting there with nothing but me and my own thoughts, and it's a scary place. Trust me, I know, but it's a battle you have to fight. You have to, there's no way to evolve. You can't get over something. So evolving, you can't get to that next level until you have accomplished and mastered this level. And as I've been saying, a lot of this process is not going to be fun. At least not in the beginning. It's not going to be fun, and it's not going to be pleasant, because it's going to be unearthing a lot of things you don't want to. It's going to be looking yourself in the mirror a lot. You know, it's going to be things that we'd rather not do, but we've not been doing them, and we see where we are. We see where that led us. So now let's start to do them, and let's do them every day, and let's do them as much as we can and see where that takes us, because I can promise you it's going to be somewhere good. It's going to be a place of enlightenment and of awareness, you know, and it starts with accountability and being active and prioritizing. That's all I'm going to say, because that's where we are right now. We are on prioritizing, but you know, I know it's not going to be easy, but we're not alone. We have each other, and we will get through that. I'm going to end with that because I think that was beautiful. So this week, step 2, prioritizing. Step 2, prioritizing, putting yourself first and making sure that everyone around you knows that, you know, you're about yours, you're going to get yours, and you're going to make it yours. All right, until next week, guys.